everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make your very own snowman. So if you guys can take out your packets so that we can get started on this art project. So first thing you'll need, friends, is your art packet from this week's work. You will take out your little snowman packet, and if you can, take off this paper clip very carefully and take your stuff out. We will be using this as our background that we glue everything on. So if you can right now, please write your name on it so that nobody forgets whose it is. So get a pencil or maybe a black crayon and write your name on the back so nobody forgets whose it is. And then let's flip that part and put it down on your table. Miss Perry is using this as a table today so that you guys can see it really easily. But it's better if you guys do it laying flat on the table. Next thing we are going to do is start by gluing these two on our paper, and we're going to put them just like this, the big one and then the little one on top. And this is going to be the body of our snowman. You can use glue stick or regular glue, and I think just for the purpose of the video I'm going to be using regular glue, but if you guys would like to use glue stick, that's totally fine and that would work great too. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on my first doily, my big one, and I'm going to put that towards the bottom of my page because I want to have room for his little head and a little hat. So I'm going to put this at the bottom just like this. Then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this little one and stick it right up top as the head. So I've got a little bit of glue on there, and I'm going to stick it on right up here. And no worries if this is not sticking down super good in the middle where that fold is, because we're going to be putting a scarf on our snowman as well. So there we have our body and our head for our snowman, and let's just open up this little bag and see what's inside. So first thing is a hat. You do not have to use the hat. If you do not want a hat, you don't have to. You could even use paper and make some little earmuffs like this snowman is wearing, or you could figure out how to, tear a hat out of paper and you could have a hat like this one. I think I'm going to use this hat on mine, but you do not have to put a hat on your snowman if you would rather not have one. And just to show you guys how these work, there's like a little cut and you can stick your doily head up in the middle so that it looks like the hat is actually on your snowman. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back here, and then I will show you how I put it on my snowman. So just have a little bit of glue, and I'm going to pick up the top, put the head in like this, and then when I stick it down it looks like my snowman's actually wearing the hat. Is that pretty cool or what? All right, so I have my hat on. Like I said, you don't have to wear a hat if you'd rather not have a hat on your snowman. They look really cute without hats too. And then the next thing I'm noticing is I have this little bit of colored paper. There's a long one and a short one. And you might have different colors than Miss Perry. You might have pink or blue or green or yellow. And that's great. Everybody's is going to look a little bit different. So let me show you what we're going to do with these. You will need a little pair of scissors. And you're going to take your piece of paper and you're just going to carefully cut up like this, just a little bit, because it's going to make it look like the end of a scarf. Okay, so just all the way across, you're cutting up little strips. Don't cut all of them all the way off. You're just trimming it so it looks like a scarf at the bottom. You know how scarves are like frayed? So we're going to do that to the short one and the long one. But on the long one, you only have to do it on one side. And then when you're all done, you can even go like this to make it kind of messy. I'll do it to the other one too. So now we have our two pieces of scarf, and I'll show you guys how we're going to glue that on. So on the long one, we're going to put glue, but don't put glue on the part where the fray is. Just put glue on the other part. And then I'm going to put the part with the fray to the side, straight across his neck, just like this. So if you, friends, have it going the other way, that's fine too, but we're going to cover up the middle part where the head connects to the body. And then you should have like a little frayed side like that. Okay, and then for this one, same thing. We're just going to put glue on the top bit. We're not going to put it on the bottom. And then we are going to glue it just like this, coming down to the side, because it kind of looks like the scarf is tied around your snowman's neck. Just like that. All right, looking cute so far, right? Okay, next thing I see in here is some brown twigs. And these look exactly like arms for a snowman. But just to make the little parts that come out like little fingers for our little snowman, I'm going to cut off a little bit twice, just like this. So I'm going to cut off a little bit here and then a little bit there. So I still have this long piece, but now I have two shorter pieces. And let me glue these on really quick so I can show you guys. I'm just going to be attaching them like this so that it looks like a little hand, if that makes sense. So let me glue it on and then I'll show you. So there it is glued together. It just looks like a little twig from a tree. So I have that part, and then these are going to be glued on like this, or you can do it in front, just like that. But before I glue that one on, I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So I'm just going to cut off two short pieces at the top, and then I'm going to attach them the same way I just did. So there we go. And then I'm just going to glue them on. I'm just going to put a little dot of glue there and then stick it onto my snowman. And I think I'm going to sneak it behind a little bit like this. And I'm going to make it look like this arm is waving, and then maybe this arm I'll put straight down. But just like a lot of our other art projects, friends, you can choose which way your arms go. They don't have to be like Miss Perry's. If you want them both up, you can do that. If you want them both pointing down, you can do that too. So I'm going to put this one going down, so it looks like my snowman is waving. It's waving at you. Can you tell? Okay. Next thing I'm noticing is this black square, and with this black square we have to do a few things. We need to tear out two eyes and a couple of circles to make a nice little mouth for our snowman. So when we tear, we are going to rip our paper and we're going to carefully tear like a little circle. And this does not need to be perfect. Miss Perry doesn't want it to be perfect. I want it to look kind of messy and fun, because snowmen have eyes made out of coal, and coal is very bumpy on the sides. It's not perfect. I'll put in a little picture of coal right here, but you can see it's not perfect. So we're going to pretend like we have coal. So tear off a piece. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. It doesn't have to be perfectly round. I don't want you to use scissors. I really want you to try to tear it with your fingers. So there's one, and I'll glue this on for his eye. Here's one eye. I don't know if mine's a girl or a boy yet, actually. So there's one eye. Do you see how it's kind of imperfect? It's kind of uneven, but it looks so nice. It looks like a real piece of coal to me. All right, and here's my other eye. Ooh, this one's very imperfect. Can you guys see that? And I'm just going to put another dot of glue on this, and this will be its other eye. Whoops, I dropped it. Oh no. There we go. So we've got two eyes on my snowman, and then we are going to tear a couple more of these imperfect circles to make our little mouth for our snowman. So I'm just going to keep tearing, and go ahead and tear yours too. I might make these ones a little bit smaller for the mouth. Okay, I think I've got a couple good pieces here, so I'm going to start gluing mine on. And just a little dot of glue, and I'm going to start putting it around the bottom part of the doily right here where it kind of makes a smile. And I'm going to leave a little bit of space because we do need a little carrot nose on our snowman. So I'm going to leave a little bit of space for that. Just continuing to put little mouthpieces on. And you guys can pause the video. If I'm going too fast for you, you can pause it and then start it back up when you're ready to go. I think this might be my last piece for my mouth, and then I'm going to move on to the carrot nose. All right, my snowman's looking so happy. I love it. All right, and the last thing in our little bag is this orange rectangle or square. Yours might be a little bit more square than mine, but we are going to use this to cut a triangle. And to cut a triangle, we're just going to take our scissors and we're going to go up the mountain, down the mountain. So let me show you. We're just going to go up the mountain, and then when you get to the top, we're going to go back down the mountain. And that will give you a perfect triangle every single time. Before I glue this on, I'm going to hold it up to my snowman and make sure it's the size I want. This one is a little bit too big for my snowman the way that I like it, so I'm just going to trim it a little bit. And to trim it, I'm just going to take a little bit of the triangle off. So I still have a triangle nose. It's a little carrot, and that size fits mine better to me. So I'm going to use that right now. Put a little bit of glue. And it's all about what you like. This is your art, so you get to make it however you want. If you like a big old fat carrot nose, I would love for yours to have that. If you want a little tiny carrot nose, you can have that too. That's what gives our art character, and it looks really nice when we get to do it our own way. Alrighty friends, and there you have it, your own little snowman. I hope you enjoyed making this art with me. I know I had the best time making it with you guys. I only wish we could do it together in person, but I absolutely love how mine turned out, and I have to come up with a name for her. I don't want to use Frosty because we already have a Frosty. We already know Frosty. But I'm going to think about a name for this one, and when you upload yours to Seesaw, I would love for you to tell me what the name of your snowman is. So try to name your snowman, give it a good name, and I'll be thinking about mine. I think I'm going to name mine Sugar Plum. This looks like a sugar plum snowman to me. All right, guys, I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. I will see you next time. Bye!